Okay, here's another very old one. We are in Ebensburg, Pennsylvania. It's probably about a good 35 minutes outside of Johnstown, Pennsylvania. There's the church. I think this might be my oldest one yet, because these are all slate. Most of them are all slate. And this is just, let's see if we see any markings on the other side. But look at this place. Most of these are slate. Well, I would say quite a few of them are, not most. Quite a few of them now. Let's see if we can see any dates on here. That looks like 1800. This is pretty old then. Right here, it's hard to tell. Can't really see, but it looks like it says 1800 there. All right, very old. I know I say that a lot in all my videos. I say very old, because everyone I go to, I always say very old. I'm catching myself saying this a lot. This looks like 1862 or 1865. And this looks like 1855. Let me see. Civil War. Okay, here's another one that's just resting against the back of this one. That looks like early 1810 or something. There's a couple of them out here by themselves. Let's see what they say. That looks like 1851. So like I said, a lot of these are slate, and that kind of looks hand carved. And here's one that's, I don't see a date. Looks like 1880 something, can't tell. Here's 1853. Very old. Something on the corner. Ah, look at this. Old Welsh Church, 1804. Wow, that's old. Old Welsh Cemetery. So the Old Welsh Church, Old Welsh Cemetery. And there's a carving. That is pretty old, guys and gals. Like I said, this might be my oldest, and I don't see, obviously, probably the church is not around anymore. Okay, so let's look at some of these here. Can't read it. Really nice ones, though. Very nice ones. I mean, you know, that took craftsmanship to make these back in those days. This is 1855. Yeah, 1855, in memory of Saba Jane. Huh. Never heard that name before. It's a very old name. Rebecca. I don't see a date. Age 20 years. December 16th. Huh. Oh, here it is. 1840. Looks like 1847. It looks like 1847 or 1841 actually. 1841, yeah. Wow, look at the condition of it though. Pretty good for 1841, I would say. So there's some really old ones out here. I did not expect this. I drove out here today, and this is also 1841. This is also 1841. Look at the design on this. Yeah, it took craftsmen's back then, you know. And wow, this is 1842. Okay, 1842. But you can tell that these were hand carved, but very skillfully hand carved. And this is 1825. This is really old. Look at the condition of these. Let me get out my shade. $1825, right there. Wow, it's amazing that they lasted this long. The condition, 1825. That's really old. This might even be older out here. There probably is. Maybe it's lost though. 1845 also. 1845. Sacred to the memory of Charles Colvin, a native of Ireland. A native of Ireland. Well, this is Welsh, so very close to Ireland, who departed this life the 17th day of April, AD 1845, in the 50th year of his age. Wow, Irish. This one looks even older. Let's see if we can get a date. And they all saying the same thing. 18, I can't read it. 18, looks like 1846. Yep. Okay. So, this was a Welsh church. I've actually met somebody that was Welsh one time in California. A lot of Europeans come to California, and I stayed out there for quite a while. So it's 1845. So that's unreadable. And the Welsh are, this 1841. The Welsh, you know, they want to be, here, let's read this real quick. In memory of Thomas Richards. I'm sorry, my shadow's in here. I don't know where else to put my shadow. Who was drowned on the 30th day of June, AD 1841, aged 25 years. Wow, he drowned. So he was from Wales. So the little bit I known about meeting a Welsh, and it was funny, we were at a bar, an English guy and a Welsh guy, and it's all part of the Kingdom of England. He was very proud to say he's Welsh, so he did not want to be considered English, really. It didn't sound like it to me. This is 1842. But these are hand carved, folks. I mean, this is hand carved, and very deeply hand carved too. 1846. Yeah, so they were, so England, you know, is a group, obviously, I don't need to give anybody history on England, but it's a group of nations that kind of forced together through wars. So 1844, 1840. Oh, that's a 2-year-old child right here. Okay, so I'm going to go faster past the ones that you can't really read. This one looks really old. Oh, here's 1819. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to block the sun so maybe you can see this one. 1819. This might be my oldest one. Every time I find an older one, they're getting older and older. So, wow, this is really old. Wife off. It's hard to read it with the sun. And departed this life, yeah. 18. Yeah, wow. Okay. This is 1844. Anyhow, 1846. Yeah, the Welsh, I guess, you know, really are proud, and I think they, even to this day, would prefer to be a single nation, not part of England. 1841. And you know, that's why in Northern Ireland they still fight to this day a lot, because they want to be part of Ireland, not part of the British Empire. I think this one had writing on it, but it's so worn. There's one in the ground. This looks like 1862. I didn't expect to find this graveyard. I just came out here. Like I said, it's about a 35-40 minute drive out. And then I happened upon this graveyard. Let's see, I might be on the other side of these. Yeah, these are pretty worn out. 1863. Okay. Here's 1850 over here. But it took a lot of skill. But I love these slate ones here. These are slate right out of the ground, Pennsylvania. Like I said in my other videos, slate is everywhere out here in Pennsylvania. So this one, 1839. So let's see if we can read it. I can't really read it. I mean, there's a lot on here actually. I can't really read this one, folks. So anyway, I came out here hoping to find an old church, because I know if I find an old church, I'm going to find a graveyard like this, and I was right. Okay, these look like they might even be older. So that one's kind of hard to read. 1841. Here's one I can read. Okay. In memory of William, son of Abraham, who died 30th of October, 1856 or 1886, aged, I can't read that. What does that say, Welsh? Oh. I don't know, is this in Old Welsh? Yeah, looks like this is Old Welsh writing, it looks like, because this is a Welsh church. So I think they wrote this in Welsh. I can't, you know, I don't read Welsh at all. You can see some of the old writing here. 1841, I can make that out. Looks like that is written in Welsh too. Pretty amazing. Okay, so, you know, this country was founded on immigrants, mostly from Europe, and it's It's really cool and neat to see when you see these old tombstones written in their native language a lot. Yeah, these are all written in Welsh. Wow, really cool. Well, yep, also Welsh. So these must be the early ones. Here's 1830. You can see that. 1851. All Welsh. So, wow, this is really neat. I mean, there's a bunch of them. I can't go to every one of them. I'll be out here for a good hour. I just passed these up. Here's 1833. In memory of David Rees, died November 14th, AD 1833, in the 41st year of his age. Therefore, be ye also read, for in such an hour as Welsh, not the son. Yeah, this is Old English, and I don't read Old English. I can't even make it out really to do it justice. This is like 1831. Yeah, folks. So you know, there is a lot of these very old tombstones, graveyards, and you know, they're just everywhere. 1832. 1862. Here's, but these, you know, these are pretty good shape. This is also, you know, it's Old English. Old English. Well, if the church was built beginning of 1800s, so I would imagine the oldest tombstone here has got to be like 1810 or something like that. I haven't found the oldest one and probably won't. It's 18, I can't tell. It looks like 1837. Very old ones. And these are in the sun, so probably not going to be able to read these. Here's a big one right here. Wow. Oh wow, this is... Yeah, I don't see the date. 1850, there it is at the bottom. It's a pretty wide one there. It's a pretty big one. And here's a... Wow. Look at this. This is 1850, but look at this. You got an old one here. It's just laying in the ground. Just laying here. Here's 1819. That's really old. Also 1819. Here's 1801. This is probably the oldest right here. 1801. Probably when the church was first built. And these are this is the Lloyd family. And unfortunately their tomb marker didn't make it. 1801s, folks. So that's the oldest one so far. 1860. So I believe the church was said 1801 when it was built. So it's older than I thought. Actually, that's the oldest one I have found so far. 1801. Here's a Civil War soldier here. Well, '60s, 1863. Okay, I'm going to go back to this 1801 again real quick because that's the oldest one I ever found, and I want to make sure I videotape it one more time. This child was only 6 years old. You don't know, that's all chipped out. So there it is. This is it. This is the end of it. Maybe the church was standing here where this house is now. Not a very big cemetery, but I think, like 1870s was the youngest one. So this is a Welsh, and pretty amazing. 1801. Can't believe I found one that old so far. Okay. So what's this? I didn't read this. 1866. She was 83 years of her age. Jane. Looks like Werby. Probably Welsh, I don't know. So, you know, a lot of women also supported the Civil War. They supported their husbands. That's the funny thing about the Civil War. Okay, so this is 1850. This is probably her husband or father, I don't know. So just two names on this. So a lot of people don't understand that during the Civil War, the wives, a lot of times if they were fighting in the same town and city, they would go and help the husband sometimes. And take care of the husband while he fought, or even sometimes they even fought along. You know, if they were running a cannon crew or something like that, they were right there fighting along to help load up the cannons. You'd keep them a little bit out of the danger, you know, but it was still dangerous. They still were there fighting, you know. So maybe that was the case, I don't know. So what does this say? I missed these, so I'll look at these really quick. (1842). See, this is also in Welsh, it looks like. I'm saying Welsh. I don't know what Welsh language looks like. I'm just saying Welsh language because this is a Welsh graveyard, so I have to just assume that's in Welsh. And some of these are Welsh, and some of these look like it's Old English. Pretty old, so. This looks like 1819 or something, I can't tell. You can't even read these. So that's it, folks. This is a really old one. So come out here to Ebensburg, Pennsylvania, and just start looking for churches, and you'll find graveyards like this, like they're everywhere in Pennsylvania. All right, folks, that's it. 1801.